Cal, and we're the Caci twins.
Welcome back to you guys on this fine Sunday morning. It's so pretty. I decided to make my sister breakfast this morning. Aren't I nice?
Yeah, but you took forever to get ready, so
get out of my face with all that. So today we decided, guess what we're gonna do?
Story time.
You guys guessed it. So I can't believe we have not told you guys this story yet. We just didn't want to paint ourselves as the bad people because we made our teacher cry.
And now I'm gonna get started and tell you guys about it. I want to give a brief description on my teacher. She was like in her 30s. It was her first year teaching. She just moved here to Las Vegas. And she was like the coolest teacher, would let us do anything.
And she looked very young, like not to be weird. She had big boobs, she was skinny, had a pretty body. The first mistake that our school did was not just put us in one class together, but to with the same exact teacher, which was horrible because she probably was going crazy.
And us together is pretty bad, like we said. And you guys would not want to see it, especially in a class. That was the first mistake our teacher had done for our class, is because she let us do anything. And like our classmates, we had freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. It was a math class too.
And it was mixed of people that got held back and all that. So kids that already like knew what class.
There was already bad kids in there too, so it was just like all bad. So we all took like it for granted, and we literally did what we wanted. Well, some of the kids took it for granted, like I said, and ow, it scratched me.
It's okay, you're so handsome.
Okay, back to my story. They would smoke weed in class. They would come into class high. Our teacher was just so fed up with it, she had to bring like the security monitors in. And the security monitors like knew us, and they were like, Caci's? Is it you? I was like, no, we did not take a part of that. We're not that dumb. Then it started to get really bad because the security monitors didn't know who it was, because some of the kids would be putting the marijuana up in the ceiling when the teacher went out. And it was funny, to be honest though.
Because the kids would be like, oh my god, what do I do, where do I hide it? And like they would pass it around, and then finally they're like, let's put it on the ceiling. But what they didn't think about is that the air vents, if the air went on it, they're gonna smell it through the whole freaking school.
Yeah, and so then they had to bring an undercover cop in.
And that was bad, and that is when he came like maybe a month after this happened.
But we're gonna tell you that in another story. You guys are probably thinking this is like a ghetto school, but this is a very affluent school, and it's totally nice. We're like number 3 or number 4 in the nation for our academics.
Not to mention, we always got kicked out of that class like every day for stupid reasons.
Yes, like stupid reasons. I want to read like some of the reasons why I got kicked out.
And we didn't, like, we're not trying to be sarcastic or trying to, like, over-exaggerate. We did get kicked out every day. Like, we would make weird noises in class. We'd just be like weird things just because we would get hyper. And she'd be like, twins out of the class.
Yeah, and I wasn't supposed to take a picture of this, but I did it. But don't say anything if you guys go to my school. This is in 2015, which was last year. And it says, in computer lab, room 325, during class in the computer lab, the class was instructed to keep as quiet as possible since there was AP testing going on in the room next door. Peyton repeatedly spoke out to the classmates, started singing, even played her music loudly during this time period. After reminding her that she needed to keep it down and be quiet, she blurted out strange, extremely loud noises across the room, disrupting the whole class, which she gave me a referral for that. And
she's never given me a referral because I've never done anything like her. She was just I got really hyper all the time. She would mainly get in trouble by her. And so since we're twins, if she got in trouble, I would get in trouble, but I would never get sent to the deans just because she has a bad attitude and she doesn't know how to respect sometimes a teacher.
Here's another example. This was 2015 again. Peyton was told no foods or drinks, and she didn't even spell drinks right. She spelled D-I-N-K. But anyways, she said no drinks in the computer lab. She proceeded to eat sunflower seeds in the class when I asked her to clean up her mess and the seeds she had left all over the floor in her station and her computer. She refused. I explained to her that she would be written up for insubordination, and she said, that's fine, it's cool.
Because the teacher, I was sitting right next to her, the teacher asked her, you can either pick up the seeds or you can go to the deans. And it was you. She was just so, like,
there was too many seats on the floor and I wanted to go to my next class.
And so she's like, no, I'm not picking you up. So the teacher sent her the deans, and she tried to blame it on me too. She's like, she had the seats too. And I was like, you little brat. That was not me.
And sometimes when I get in trouble, I give her student ID instead of mine. Also, I don't want to give the wrong impression. Don't think I'm a bad child. I just got really hyper in that class and everyone would like get together and like team up. But I guess you could say I was like the starter of it.
Because it would be after lunch, and so everyone was eating, they were with their friends, so they're already hyped up. So right after that class, we're with the teacher that's cool. So it's like, okay, we can do whatever the hell we want.
And one time, this is another story, she had M&Ms in her desk. The class had dared me to steal all the candy out of her desk. And so I did it because she went outside to help one of the bad students to tell him to come back inside. And so I grabbed the M&Ms, and before she came in the room, I handed them out to everyone. And then I went back to my desk and I just sat there and I had them in my bag. And I was like watching her every second because she would walk by her desk. And like I feel like if someone got a math problem right, she would give M&Ms out. So someone had got a math problem right, and she was like, "Where's my M&Ms?" And everyone kind of looked at me, and I was like looking all scared. And she was like, "Did you take them?"
So then she stopped the whole class, and she's like, "Guys, I need to talk to you." She told us, she's like, "I'm gonna be reporting this class because I can't take it no more." She had a mental breakdown, cried in front of the whole class, and was like, "I can't do this anymore. I'm either gonna have to tell my boss or do something about this class because it is mainly this 5th period class." So the following next day, this random lady came in and we had no clue who she was. So she's like, "All right, class, listen up." She's like, "This is gonna be our new helper teacher. She's gonna be making sure you guys are doing what you guys are doing. And if not, she's gonna be sending you guys, each one of you, to the dean."
And we did not like this teacher because she was so rude. Literally, me and my sister would not do anything. We'd be like telling them like the answer for the math problem. She'd be like, "You guys step outside.
You guys are being sarcastic. You guys are just goofing around." And we're like, "Sorry, we don't know the math problem."
And she's like, "Stop goofing around." We're like, "We're not goofing around. We're actually telling the problem." And she's like, "Stop staring at your sister." Like stupid little stuff, like the easiest things. She would just yell at us. But everyone else in the class was like still pretty bad.
Okay, it's the end of the year, let's all do something funny. So we told this linebacker to run into the wall. It wasn't just like a normal wall, it was a flexible
man-made wall that they had built because it was a portable.
And so we're just like, "Yeah, do it, do it, do it." So he runs into the wall.
As hard as he could.
And the whole class, you just see like the whole wall shake. And not to mention there's other classes on the other side. So you just hear the other class scream.
And then we hear this like big boom. The panels from the ceiling all fell, and it had hit our assistant teacher in the head.
And she used to have a video, but everything got deleted off her phone. I wish we could.
I had the video of the panel falling on the teacher's head.
So when the panel fell on the teacher, when she was like, "Please help me, please help me," they got the panels off, and she's like, "Who did that? What's going on?" And nobody would confess to it. And so she's like, "I'm gonna ask each one of you, and if you guys do not tell me, I'm gonna send each one of you to the deans."
And we didn't care because the whole class came in trouble for it.
She was just saying that.
So she started crying again. This was the second time we made her cry. Not just us in general, but
she's like,
everyone.
"I know you kids were up to this. I know you guys didn't do it by accident. I know for a fact."
And she was like, "I thought you guys were good until this now." After that day that the panel had fallen, it was exams the next day for the last day of school. And so we all like said our apologies and we're like, "We're so sorry. We're like really feel bad for doing what we did this whole year to you." Totally fine till this day now. We see her every day.
We try to visit her like once a day just because we like her vibe and like she's cool now with us, and we tell each other like all the time. We laugh about what has happened. She's like, "Yeah."
And she's like, "To be honest, I miss that class, but I don't miss it because the way you guys made me feel."
As you can tell, I'm the good twin and she's the bad twin. You can see these horns on this little brat right here.
Yeah, right. You acting like you're so good. We'll see about that. I hope you guys liked this video today. And if you guys have ever made your teacher cry, we want to hear about it.
We love hearing stories about you guys.
So we love you guys, and I hope you guys liked this video today. Please give it a thumbs up
and subscribe and tell your friends about us.
And comment down below if you have ever made your teacher cry.
Yes. Bye guys.
Bye guys.